20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. He feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know him, but fuck him, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Tox picking it up. Let's go.
Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still leaving him starstruck. Humble through opportunities, given despite the fact that many misjudge him cause he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, now the picture connects. Never asking for someone's help, to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote. His will is beyond reach, and now.
What's up, y'all? I hope you liked the intro. Let's get into what we got for you today, though. While recording this, I had over 40 fights, just completely dominating, but I picked out what I thought were the best fights that I can fit into an hour. If y'all want to see the rest, there's some more 1v1s and group fights. Just let me know in the comments. Without taking up any more of your time, let's get into it. So as you see here, I'm starting out on the Pandura map up in one of the main hotspots in this map, Little Brook Meadow, known to host most of the Discord groups, megapacks, or any solo that thinks they're good enough to claim the spot. This time around I happen to be the solo, and this duck and his friends happen to mess with the wrong Sucho. So what I'm doing is waiting out this duck's buff call that makes him do a lot more damage, but only for 30 seconds. That's why his wings were red, and you seen smoke coming from his nose. Once that stops, is when you want to start the fight with him. That, right there, is what you want to bait out of Duck before hard committing onto him. That's his ability, Riptide, and if it hits you, especially as a Sucho, even once, it could seal your fate for the fight. So you really want to bait that out, which is why you see me throwing myself in his face, hoping he'll let that loose. You see this stack? This is your hooked snap stack, and as long as you have any stack of it, you do a lot more damage while using it. You can try to butt ride Duck and spam normal bite on him, but Duck has good water movement, so it's a little harder. If your movement is good, you'll have more luck with my method of bait. Go for a hooked snap, and repeat. The key to fighting any apex, or any dino bigger than the one you're on, is being confident, while being comfortable with being right up on them. You want to respect their power, but at the same time punish them once it's on cooldown. Chip away at them, and soon enough, you will have your victory. On to the next. I caught these two sarcs creeping around coastland swamp, so I decided to see if I can still fight multiple sarcs at once and still come out on top. As I was walking up, I seen the male one put on mud. So I know he's running the mud build, which made me think the other was probably running gator dash or the water build. So my game plan is to bait them in the water and focus the white one because the male sarc won't be fast enough to keep up with us. Once the white one is dead, I'll be able to focus the male sarc. Let's see if I still got it. For this next fight, the same thing happens. Just because there's two of them, they give themselves a false sense of security, and they end up paying for it. I heard the two of them broadcasting as I was swimming up to Cedrus Forest, so I was trying to keep my eye out for him while I was fighting the first one. Now, I'm going to do what I did with the sarcs. Just keep baiting them away until one gets bored or needs to get stam. Once that happens, I'm going to focus one. Sucho is one of the fastest dinos in water with some of the best water stam, so you can use that to your advantage. I dip into the home cave quick to get some stam because these two seem petty that I was cooking the first duck. So same game plan, but I'm leading them out to the ocean so I can take them into deep water. Duck can only stay underwater for a minute or so. So I was going to use that to my advantage and focus one while the other needs air. So one of the two things happened that I was waiting for. The one duck got bored and left, so it gave me a free open to 1v1 this duck. Let's get busy on him. To give yourself a better chance of repositioning without getting hit, you always want to look for an opening right after they use the attack, like here. Notice, I get my hits in and I get out, right when I think the duck is going to have an opportunity to hit me. No need to get greedy. Like I said earlier, fighting an apex takes time. The same thing applies if there's multiple, and that's how you win fights against groups. Alrighty, so we're back to Pandora. I seen in Global there was a group in SLL KOSing, so I snuck my way into the back of the bigger lake and tried to scout what was there. Let's see what I find. For this fight, we're back in Ripperia. I came across this spino near Cedrus Forest, and he was looking for a fight, so we got busy. Spino is a hard and dangerous fight for a Sucho. He does big damage and has a lot of armor and HP. Not only that, but he's fast and has great stam. His only downfall is his turning, so you kind of have to play a close fight to him and jump at any opportunity where you can get behind him. That's another problem. Once you get behind him, you need to juke the tail attack because it does a lot of damage, knockback, and he can reposition off of it. But if he misses it, that's your 14-second window to do as much damage as possible. A bit later, I ran into this duck at mudflats. I can hear a titan on land broadcasting, so I think they were trying to figure out whether they wanted to fight me in the water or the titan on land. Looks like he made his choice. Just going to check around real quick to make sure he doesn't have a friend hiding somewhere. They weren't bad on duck, and they seemed pretty aware of their positioning with the terrain, and when to turn back on me whenever I circled them. I'm going to have to lock in for this one. Whenever someone starts broadcasting or doing their calls, you want to check around, because it usually means they're doing it so a friend or someone can find them and help them. So always check around once they do it. They're so low, I just need to get behind them to land a hook snap or two to finish this. Perfect timing, because I'm definitely not pushing them now, so I can heal up for 30 seconds while I wait their buff out. So for this fight, I actually let this guy live earlier, and then he decided to kill me when I was AFK. So I immediately ran it back, and he tried sneaking me again. Let's see how this fight turns out now that I'm at the keyboard. With Sucho's voice call, you only get all the buffs if you are underwater. So that's why I only get enough air to where if he hits me with one oxygen drain, I can still survive for a little after, and then I go back underwater. You can see the massive speed difference from on top of water to underneath. For this one, I actually learned something. Did y'all know a Sucho can run down a dolphin? I know there's a faster build to use for dolphin, but I didn't think a Sucho can run one down even on the slower build. Check this out. Yep, we're back on Pandora. I had a lot of fun playing Sucho again on Pandora. Playing this map feels so nostalgic and brings back a lot of memories. Anyways, this guy has been following me for a while and not saying anything, so that either means he's waiting to third-party me, waiting for a friend, or just the right timing. Either way, I'm not letting it happen. Alright, we're back over to Ripperia for this one. I seen these two about to go interrupt a 1v1 with a bars and a spino, so I thought I'd try to at least stop one from jumping in. I've said it in most of my videos, and I'll say it again. It's not always about getting the kill. I think this player was new or on mobile. Either way, we both got our PvP practice in, and instead of resetting some of their growth, I just let them go heal it off. For this next one, it wasn't long after that Spino fight, I found this Iggy. They were all postured up looking for a fight, and I wanted to test my skill against a Iggy. For those of you that don't know, an Iggy is a tough kill, even for a Sucho, and an Iggy that knows what they're doing can really be a force to be dealt with. So you can see, this Iggy was pretty good and was whooping me. But they got a little too cocky, and getting cocky will always backfire on you. This sarc rolled up on me while I was scouting out Cedrus Forest, so y'all know I had to show him what's up real quick. So this was actually my first fight once I started recording content for this video. This Meg attacked me out of nowhere and got me off guard. Little did I know this would turn into a 1v2. Yeah, it was a bad day to be a sarco while I was making this video, LOL. I usually leave sarcs alone when I'm on an aquatic apex, but a Sucho is more of a fair fight for sarcs, so I'll take sarc fights whenever I see them, unless they want to be friendly. Plus, this guy was griefing this pond, so he deserved it. So I heard this Bars and Iggy yelling, but as I got closer I can tell the Bars broadcasting seemed like he was a baby, so I hurried over to see what was going on. Now you don't ever want to run in and face tank a Iggy like this, especially if they're running Heroes stand. They'll cook you like it's nothing. But I didn't want him to focus the little Bars. And you guessed it, one last sarc fight, LOL. This guy swam up to me and 3 called me, so I know he wanted a friendly 1v1, and you know we're all about those. Let's run it one last time. And to wrap this video up, I'll give y'all a group fight of me going out with a bang. This group of herbies was trying to gang up on this Titan and Allo, so I thought I'd give them a hand. As I watched this back, I realized the Allo took off once the stag pieced him up. So really it was just me and the Titan, but the Tylo helped out a little too. Well, that wraps up my Sucho video. Like I said in the beginning though, I had over 40 fights. These are just the better ones. I have some more 1v1s, group fights, and some fights that just didn't end. So if y'all want to see those, let me know in the comments. If y'all made it this far though, and enjoyed this video, drop a like and subscribe. For the ones who are subscribed and keep coming back to watch, I appreciate y'all. I hope you enjoyed this one. Until the next one, see y'all.